Hi everybody and welcome back to Tarot Tats and Tea. I'm here to share with you today a deck that arrived last week. Now, I wasn't at home to be able to open it last week and I arrived back yesterday to this lovely surprise. Now I've taken the plastic covering off and unfortunately my camera won't look down at the table, so I'm going to have to try my level best to share this with you from the angle we're at now. Now, as I say, a lot of people will have received this deck possibly 3-4 weeks ago, but due to the method of postage from creator to the address pal, from the address pal to Ireland, and going through the processing at each end and then customs, it does delay me getting items. And of course then I was away. So I thought, right, I'm going to share this with you. I can't, like I say, change the camera angle, but I'll do my best, okay? So this is the Voice and Visions deck by Ciro Marchetti. It comes in this absolutely divine looking box, lovely and strong, with that sort of clamshell opening, okay? Should we go in and have a look? Oh my God, oh that's beautiful. This is stunning. The box actually opens with these images here, okay? Isn't that just beautiful? Now, you could it's almost like a stage, opening up a stage and the different scenes and setting the scenes for different scenarios. Isn't that just amazing? I think that must be one of the most decadent boxes I have seen in a tarot deck. So we'll open that. Now inside the box we have, let me just hold this up, it's packed in this manner. We have a scroll at the top here, sorry, there, a scroll in there, a book and the deck itself. So let's have a look. Go, see what the scroll is. Oh, you can use that for 3 card spreads. Okay. Now there's a QR code on the bottom there. So we'll scan that QR code and see what happens. And then on the back, we have got the Kabbalah Tree of Life with cards and how they're linked with the Hebrew letter, the astrological symbols, the elements. We've got an astrology chart next to it. It's just simply beautiful. I wonder what happens when we scan that QR code. Let's have a quick look. Gosh, I better move that candle out of the way. I don't want to set it on fire. So let us have a look here now. And camera and QR code. Open link. Oh, it brings you to the Voice and Vision Correspondence Guide and Tarot Birth cards. That's brilliant. Oh wow, that's really good. It brings you to all this information. I don't think you can see there. Sorry, the light's not great on reflecting on the camera. To do with the deck. Fantastic. So that'll take some exploring in a little while. I have waited for this deck with bated breath, as I do like Ciro Marchetti decks. I do have a number of them, and this is going to add to my collection of them. Bear with me while I pop this back into the box. Next we have the book. The book's a nice size, okay? It's a little larger than you'd get. We'd normally have half the size in some of the decks that we get. Let's have a look. The images are in colour. I'll just find one here for you. First of all, we have an introduction. Okay, an introduction image of Ciro with the Fool card. It tells us about the introduction to this deck. Oh, look at that for an image. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. We then go in directly into the major arcana, and we start off with the Fool. Now the Fool here, it gives you the vision. Okay, it tells you the Fool looks out at us with his inscrutable expression. He is alone except for his faithful canine companion. Though the Fool is extravagantly attired in colourful garb, he looks quite pensive, as does his dog. The Fool holds out his smiling mask, allowing us to see that the familiar innocent grin is but one facet of the persona he projects to the world. Here we see the real mature man behind the insouciant character he plays, or insouciant character he plays, with all his depth and seriousness accrued from his real-world experiences. For each time the Fool stands at the beginning of a new endeavour, he brings all the knowledge and wisdom from the many completed adventures of his life. I really like that. I really do like that. And then it goes on to give us more information about the Fool. We then have the Fool's voice speaking to us. And it tells us there, it starts off, I stand here revealing my true nature to you so that you will understand the lessons I impart to you as you face this new phase of life. And it goes on. We don't have an image then for the magician or the high priestess. This just goes, it's all information, which is what I love. This will be very interesting to read. Our strength card has a lovely image here. And there we go. So the images are dotted throughout the book and not on every page. The page has been filled more with information that will help us decode this deck and to interpret it both in our own way and with the additional information that Ciro and his team have put together for this deck. And go on to the minors. Again, only the odd colour picture put in through the book. That's a lovely one of cups, isn't it? And that's how it goes through from beginning to end. It's just full of information. Now at the end of the book we have, let's have a look, I'd like to a thank you to everybody that's helped him, which is lovely. And then on the inside cover, not the inside cover, there you go, it's just before the end. And at the back is a list of the decks that Ciro has created. So the Gilded Tarot, Tarot of Dreams, Legacy of the Divine Tarot, Oracle of Visions, Gilded Reverie Lenormand, the Kipper Findisc, Seekler Kipper, Gilded Tarot Royale, the Grand Lux, Retrospective Tarot, Encore Tarot, Tarot Decorative, Marchetti Tarot, the Lenormand, the Mystic Palette Tarot, and the Voice and Visions. I'm actually waiting for the Mystic Palette to arrive. Again, that was ordered before I actually ordered this one, and it's the postal service for us that's the problem. Now, the cards are, I'm sure they're bigger than standard tarot. So yes, it is slightly bigger than a standard tarot deck. So there we go. And I have to be honest, I am an absolute sucker for large decks. I do like large tarot cards. This is a lovely colour gilding on the edge here. It's like a bronze. It's more of a bronze than a gold. I would even, yeah, you could say rose gold, but look at that, I'd say bronze. Isn't that beautiful? See the candlelight from my table reflecting in there. Let's have a look. Just look at that. So I'm not holding it together properly there. Come on, Elaine, hold the deck properly. There you go. Isn't that stunning? Absolutely beautiful. These are the backs. And I have to say the cardstock is that nice smooth card, almost buttery feel, but not the rose petal that sticks together. So I'm just going to move this box to one side for a moment. Pop my scalpel away while we have a look at the cards. They're borderless, which is wonderful. Lovely. Now I just want to check something out here for a minute, and I'll tell you now if it works. Let's see, what is this?
I am the fool. I live for adventures and journeys.
To show this to you. Oh. Right, I'm going to try and show this to you. I'm going to turn my camera this way so you can see there, and I'm going to put the Fool card here.
I am the fool. I live for adventures and journeys. I may throw a treasure or two in my pack and head out, often ignoring well-intentioned warnings. As I take another leap of faith, accompanied once again by my faithful companion, I may know more than my appearance might suggest, seeing through the surface of things and playing my part to expose the unseen. I am the hopeful beginning and the grit needed to try again even after failure. But from each experience, I learn. Sometimes lowering the mask of my painted...
There we go. Isn't that brilliant? I love quirky things like this, but this isn't just quirky. It goes into the cards in an even deeper level. So I'm not sure. We'll have to check if the what is being said here is different to what is actually written in the book. And if that's the case, this is giving us an even deeper look. Okay, here we have the magician. Should we see what the magician has to say? Let's see. How did I do this? Oh yes, I need to do that. And pop in upstairs. I go back there. There we go.
Performs, surrounded by all manner of potions, powders, instruments of measure, and a library of accumulated knowledge. Floating before us is the lemniscate, symbol of infinity, and some dice. The infinity sign alluding to the magnitude of possibilities and outcomes that can result from our actions and options of choice. The dice symbolizing that despite all our best laid plans and preparations, our effort and desires, the outcome is still subject to the whims of fate.
I have to say, I think this is a lovely, really lovely added gift with this deck. And for the work that's gone into it, I think it was very fairly priced as well, because there's a lot here that we wouldn't usually get with many other decks. It's a High Priestess. I like this because the High Priestess is not represented by a young looking person. She is the sort of crone, and at the crone stage of her life we have the wise old owl, we have the pomegranate representing fertility, she has her scrolls, and she has the tome on her knee, but the words on this are darkness into darkness, the key to all mystery. There you go. The Empress, beautiful. So we have our mother figure there, nurturing and growing. The Emperor, he does look surly, doesn't he? The Hierophant, he reminds me of Pope John Paul, just at a quick glance. The Lovers. Oh, I like the Chariot. Do like that. I'm going to let my coffee go cold. Damn. Strength. the Hermit. And what I like about this, you know, sometimes on a deck you'll get the person signs it in the white line, or maybe I don't know whether Low Scarabeo or somebody, they might put who it's produced by. Hidden in each picture you'll find the C and the M, and I'm not going to point them out, but they're hidden, which I hope does play a huge part in stopping forgeries of this deck, because it really is simply stunning. I love the matte finish. The cardstock is beautiful. Our death card is very different, but what I like about this death card, we get the white rose for regrowth, change, rebirth. There you go. See this standing out quite brightly. Temperance. Now the devil card is unusual, and yet quite amazing. Darker side of man. There you go. The Tower card. Then we have the Star, and I like the astrology symbols in the top there. That's lovely. The Moon is very much, we have the phases of the moon on the pillars either side, and you can see the crayfish coming out of the water there. The sky, the colours of the sky is beautiful. It's almost like we're going in from a dark night into the dawn. Okay, that something's being revealed to us. Light is being shed on something. The Sun card, oh, this is a refreshing change. I do like that Sun card. Judgment is wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at the Judgment card. That's amazing. The World card. And now we're coming into the minors, and we're starting off with Pentacles, but here it's called Coins, the Ace of Coins. I love that. I actually love that card. I love the way that the coin is held up sort of between the antlers of the deer there and the birds. We have the little squirrel there as well. Beautiful. Then we have the 2. And the 2 of coins has a little sort of touch of the Fool in her, if you look at her headwear and the colours of her clothing. The 3 of coins. The 4 of coins. It's a nice take on the 4 of coins. The 5 of coins. The 6. It's nice. Whoops. 7. 8. I wonder if the minors do the same thing. Should we have a quick look at that and see if the minors also have this ability to be picked up on this software? Okay, so once again, there we go. Let's have a look. I don't think so, does it? I think it must just be the majors. Let's have a look over there. Make sure you're seeing it okay. No, it must just be the majors that it does it on. Yeah. That's fine, which is good. Imagine if you're doing it on all 78 cards. That would be quite the challenge, wouldn't it? There you go. It's our 9 of coins. I like this 10 of coins, it has a lovely air about it. Our page, our knight, and our queen. You notice the backgrounds are all in keeping with the colour of that element, and it's sort of green here, our earthy colours. Now we're on to the wands. I do like that ace of wands. I really do like that. Now 2 of wands. And again, the background colours are sort of oranges and bright sort of colours there. Our 4 of wands. Oh, that's very pretty. I do like that. Our 5 of wands. Yes, I can see why the dragons have been used here. The 6 of wands. Turning victorious there. Veni, vidi, vici. Is it I came, I saw, I conquered, I think. Came, I saw, I conquered. Veni, vidi, vici. 7 of wands. 8. That really does scream. Time is of the essence. It's happening now. 9 of wands. Oh, the 10 of wands. This is beautiful. It really does, you know, we're using a tree to carry that burden. And you know, for me, that's the epitome of how the earth and how nature is buckling under the weight of the pressure that we human beings put on them. You know, yet in the human form, you know, obviously delegating, sharing the load, but how does nature share the load? You know, and you can see the tree in human form is buckling under the weight and the pressure, and that weight and pressure needs to be removed. Page of wands. Knight of wands. Queen of wands. And King of wands. Now we have the cups, and here's our ace. I do love the aces. The aces are just so beautiful. That reminds me, we had a goldfish here. 13 years. Same goldfish, never changed. 13 years. My son bought it with his communion money or confirmation money many years ago. 2 of cups. 3 of cups. Our 4 of cups. This 4 of cups to me is very, very positive. I sometimes feel with the 4 of cups, sometimes when you see it, it's a card that could make you feel in the doldrums. I know it represents in the doldrums, but you can actually feel it. With this card tells me that, if you look here, it's a very positive 4 of cups, I feel. We have a young lady here. We have her 3 of cups here. Can you see her 4th cup? It's there. She's reading, okay, she's reading here. And it's as though she's either researching something, taking time out, but she's looking up. And it's almost like nature again, once again, is handing her that 4th cup that she needs. It's like, it's though it's giving her inspiration. So this is seeking and seeing inspiration in her surroundings. For me, that's for me, not sitting in the doldrums watching life go by and refusing to accept that hand that's offered out to you. But this is, and look how through the glass of this 4th cup you can see, you know how you get that distortion when you look through a glass at something. You can see that here, and you can almost see into the distance, and it's like the nature is handing her that inspiration and saying, go on, because if you take this advice, you're going to go far. Because if we look in the distance of that cup, there's something in the distance, and that's really beautiful. It's really inspiring. Our Five of Cups. Again, look at that. There's a sadness from this, but it's not a sadness you can't get over. Okay. Six of Cups. Lovely, lovely, reminiscing of her childhood. Beautiful, of her youth. Seven of Cups. Look at all those choices. Beautiful. I love the cups. And being a wine drinker, I love lovely wine glasses, and this is hitting the bill, hitting the spot. Here we go, our Eight of Cups. And yes, turn your back on what no longer serves you, and look at the new paths that's opened up to her because she's turned her back. You can sort of see through. It's almost as though she is sort of morphing into the distance, and we can see the trail of light left behind her, and seeing new horizons. Eight of Cups. I love that. Sorry, Nine of Cups. Sorry, that was Eight of Cups. Wasn't it? Nine of Cups. Ten of Cups. Our Page, and got our blues again for the water, emotion. Our Knight. Oh, handsome Knight, and I like the fact he's face on. Queen of Cups. And our King of Cups. And in that King of Cups, here, it's almost like he's the embodiment of safety. Come here to me and I'll protect you. It does have that feel about it. Now going on to swords. And that is very similar to the swords that we see in the deck that I have up here. Really does, in a way, reflect that one that we have in the Tarot of Dreams. Very similar with the wing. I like that, I really do. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. And you can see the pain here, can't you? The tear in the eyes, and the tears have actually turned to icicles on the swords, which is like, you know, is there a cold-heartedness there, you know? The Four of Swords. Oh yes, time to take a rest. Five of Swords. Oh, Six of Swords. And you know, this card here is beautiful. Now we have our Six Swords, and look, we have our six lanterns lighting the way. We have the mother and child here in the boat, and here we can see a larger image of them, and there's a sadness on their face. They've been through a tough time, and it's like, we need to move. You know, this is no good. So they're going from those rougher waters into much calmer times. And I also think that, albeit that this is this couple, this mother and son, or mother and child here, or, you know, adult and child here, it's almost like their ancestors of each of them are watching over them too. You know, there's a lot you can pick out from that. And the fact that the boat is coming towards us instead of away from us, and through what are like nature's curtains, it's, come on in, time for you to rest, we'll help you. And then we have our Seven of Swords. I like that Seven of Swords. Our Eight of Swords. And look how clever this has been done here. Look at that blindfold. She can actually see through it, that things aren't as bad as she feels they are. And once again, aspects of nature removing that's stopping her from seeing. The Nine of Swords. You can see the person asleep and their turbulence in their sleep. Our Ten of Swords. Wow. That is amazing. But what I like about this is the Ten of Swords, it's almost like on an image of a person lying prone. And the swords aren't quite stuck in, which is almost indicative of, look, this is how you feel now. It's temporary. Just move them aside and pick yourself up again. Page of Swords. Another face on beautiful Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. I like the fairy look about this, the fae folk, but also, have you seen the eye? It looks like an eye in the handle of the sword. Just there. See if I can get that to you there. Like a cat's eye almost. And then our King of Swords, quite a handsome King of Swords. So folks, this is the new deck by Ciro Marchetti, Voice and Visions, and right now, I love it. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough, and I'll be back soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.